that I am sending the opinion of Advocate General. Now what was the course open for me? To enter into a legal battle because AG opinion is already there? And I'm saying, I'm not defending, I have already said that that was not right on my part to make that promise. I have already admitted to that mistake many times. But I had given word, it is true. I had not given word that I shall scuttle the process. They forced me with the letter of the Advocate General to scuttle the process. And Chief Minister in his defense said that under Article so and so, Governor acted on the advice of the AG. AG immediately next day clarified the position that Raj Bhavanl never sought my advice. Advice was given to the Education Ministry who had sought my advice. Why Education Ministry sought his advice? To bring pressure on me. I realized that this pressure is going to continue. Therefore, I decided that I should not continue as Chancellor. And I wrote the letter which I have already told you, and they will provide the copies in which I said I am ready to sign even an ordinance. You become the Chancellor. Now, this letter was replied on December 8 itself. I am not going into it. I did not accept, in which request was made to me to continue as Chancellor. I did not accept it. I wrote on the same date, next day, December 9, saying that I do not accept the explanations which you have given, and I stand by my decision. The reply came on 16 December, again requesting me that I will have to continue as Chancellor. Then, even this I rejected. But I said, why continue this letter writing? I do not have that kind of relationship that I should enjoy reading these letters. So I said, now I'm not going to comment. If when I did not comment, then on, where is the last letter? Yes, it is here. The last letter. The last letter, all the ifs and buts, and to give you the complete story, a senior officer of the government came to Raj Bhavanl with a draft and requesting me, asked me what I want to be written so that I can continue as Chancellor. I made some modifications in that draft. And then this letter, same evening, came from Chief Minister. And the earlier letter also, he had said that government does not have any proposal to make any change in the, as far as the selection of the Vice Chancellor is concerned. He has written in his letter, you will read it. More interesting is something else which I will tell you about Professor Siena Rao and Professor Panikar. If I forget, please remind me. Now finally this letter came, which was on 13th January, in which all ifs and buts were dropped. I was requested to continue as Chancellor. I was assured. Now I'm quoting from the letter of the Chief Minister. I am of the considered opinion there should not be any intrusion into the academic autonomy of the universities from any quarter, leave alone government. He assured me that he will ensure there is no interference by the government or any other agency. I have not written this letter. He has signed it, this letter. And now what they are doing? They are not only changing the law, but saying in that law that there will be 5 members of the selection committee, 3 will be nominees of the government, and the decision will be taken by majority. Academic matters decision will be taken by majority. So, does he remember what he had written to me? Now, I will tell you something interesting. Where is the first letter? Yeah. The first letter, in which I have said that I would like to bring to your kind notice that on the day Chancellor's awards were given, I had referred to the letter of Professor C.N.R. Rao, Professor C.N.R. Rao, who has expressed his concern about serious problems in the higher education sector. He says that all bright students from Kerala migrate to other states. They don't want to continue higher education in Kerala. I'm not saying this. Professor C.N.R. Rao is saying this. Letter will be made available. And then I also referred to Professor K.N. Panikar, who was Vice Chancellor of Sanskrit University, Shankaracharya University, and also Vice Chairman. Earlier he was Vice Chairman of the Higher Education Council. In his article, Quest for Quality, he has said the same thing. So I mentioned these things that, if you recall, I had mentioned Professor C.N.R. Rao and Professor Panikar, that we need to pay attention. The malady with which higher education in Kerala is suffering. Now listen to the reply, the letter to the first reply. What opinion he has about Professor C.N.R. Rao, Bharat Ratna, and Professor Panikar. He says, while the state is taking strenuous efforts to create a knowledge economy by raising quality of higher education to new levels, strident propaganda to malign the universities and to give adverse publicity about the centers of higher learning in Kerala have also been noted. He feels that Bharat Ratna Professor C.N.R. Rao and Professor Panikar are indulging in propaganda against the Kerala government. I need not comment on that. He says in his press conference, I'm asking you, have I ever invited before to the Raj Bhavanl or to the airport or any place where I'm staying? No. But when I come out of my room, when I reach the airport, if I see that media people are waiting there, I considered it necessary on my part that if they have from the city, they have gone to the airport. Outside Cochin guest house, they are waiting for more than an hour. I should stay there for 5 minutes and respond to their queries. He says in his press conference, any being places mic before him and he starts speaking. Are you any being? Or you are one of the important pillar of the state? I ask you, why do you not question when these kind of remarks are made? It is the duty of the media. If you will allow to be treated in this manner, then many more people, they will, why? I'm not fighting any personal battle. I'm not going to be here in this Raj Bhavan forever. After some time I will go. But the man who comes after me, he will have this question about me, that I compromise the dignity of the Raj Bhavan. You have a duty for your future generations also. The words which he has used are, any being places mic before him. Is it okay? Are you just any being?